Yes, kia ora and welcome back into the Ford League Lounge. Tonight on the show, we have Blake AYSHFORD and Monty Betham. Yes, team. Yes. Boys, straight into it. How did we recover after Friday night? Aish, let's start with you. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better now after the performance. You know, I was driving home, George Michael, got to have faith, because we do. We've got to have faith. I'm loving it. I do have a little faith, the faith. Do you like the voice too? But I'm feeling good, Monty. I'm feeling good after Friday and the performance.
It took me a while to go to bed, Shawnee, and that normally happens after, you know, call a game like that with these boys, whether you're up or you're on an extreme low. And as the weekend went on and as Monday pulled around, I got a little bit better with it.
Yep.
I spoke to Stace, we were talking about Kiwi selection stuff, and he said, look, it's next job mentality. That's what you do. You got to let it go. Last week was gone. Now it's back to the drawing board.
Well, I haven't quite let it go, boys. I've got this clip of Aish. I want you to talk me through this, please, because I felt you in every type of way. Now, watch this. We had to speed it up because he's just put the mic down. 45 seconds you did not say a word for. Now, I can see you gathering your thoughts, my man.
Mate.
Is it as bad as you remember?
It was bad.
Yep.
It was. I felt their pain. And look, we're fans now. We get to see them, and you still know some of the boys there.
Yeah.
And, man, it hurt. And I was just thinking in my head about the times, you know, that what they would be feeling out there. So, like I said, I recovered on the way home, but that 45 seconds is...
Yeah, it felt like a lifetime, I bet. Hey, Mons, now, it's a real privilege to have you here on the couch. I just want to say that. Now, when I was thinking around clips for you, OK, I thought, oh, look, we've seen Monty and his skill and his flair, and we could have got 1,000 clips of you showcasing your talents and punching on with blokes too.
Here we go.
All right, don't get me wrong, that's probably what everyone at home's expecting us to pull up here. But I actually want to pick your brain a little bit around this space. Now, to me, you're a bit of a trailblazer in stepping outside of footy into the media space, the presenter space. Talk to us a bit about what that version of you has been like, you know, you finding your feet there.
Well, you could write a book on it, Shawnee. And what you normally do is you jump right in the deep end. And, like, for us mere mortals, what we do is we start slowly. We start on sideline, and then we try and get our bearings, and we get better at it. We don't have a show year one when you're out here. But
some of these pictures here, Mons.
Oh, no.
No. Hosting in year one, you look very young there, my man. Damn.
Oh, well.
Are you still playing then or what?
That hairline, mate. That's a big forehead, Shawnee.
But how have you seen the space change? Like, you must be, like, thinking back to those early days, like, you honestly look like you're still playing in some of those clips. You did look fresh.
I'm not too sure about that. But, like, the space in broadcasting has changed like the space has changed in rugby league. Yeah. And we're talking about rugby league's changed in 5 years, 10 years, yet alone the broadcasting space. And right now, in terms of what you do and how I've seen you just sort of, you know, you changed the game of rugby league with the likes of Benji Marshall and what you did here for the Warriors. And now you're doing it again in media and broadcasting. So it's been great to watch, mate. I've been enjoying both you.
I appreciate it. I wasn't quite expecting that answer, but I'll take it. I'll take it from the great one. On that note, let's get into our team, all things wise. Quick recap, boys. Now, what a game this was. I'm still digesting it because there's so many things and so many positives we can actually take away from it. I know we didn't get the result. We went down 20-18, beaten on the final whistle, but Dan, the boys came out with a bit of intent.
Yep, yeah, they did, mate. And it was for about, I think, 70 minutes of the game. There was just a couple of lapses in between where we see these 20 points scored. I thought we were the far superior team. I thought there was energy. Marata through the middle was good. I mean, I thought if we do that performance on the run home, we win more than we lose. Yeah,
I want to talk about some of the things we can bottle and maybe take ahead and put out there this weekend in Sydney. This whole mindset around going after the contest, I felt like it necessarily maybe had fallen away in our game a little bit, but in the weekend with some fresh faces, once we saw it in spades.
Yeah, you're talking about containing or contesting on the kick, but that comes down to territory and what part of the field you can get to you know, put that kick up to be high and to make sure you have that chase here. We know what Lecker is like when he gets up and he can score tries from freakish ability, but even aerially as well. But I think it was the second half that Webby really liked in terms of a bit more to the DNA and what they were doing of playing territory, playing stronger, you know, possession and also just completions as well.
Now, much has been said around the depletion of our side. Can we just please bring up this graphic, boys? Because I want to have a quick look at this around some of the players that we are currently missing in our side. And it makes what we saw on the weekend really pleasing. To know that we've got this sort of depth in the club, it must excite you.
Let's talk about depth, because it's, you know, when you had that great year in 2023 and, you know, you got robbed of your Daily M award, you know, we had 4 young guys that were playing SG ball, right? So 4 young guys playing SG ball that were playing for us on the weekend. We had 3 of those guys come off the bench. You had Tanisdale Smith, who was our first interchange, and you had Eddie Eremia Toyava, who was the second interchange, who was debuting. So between them, they had played 4 games.
Yeah, wow.
Now, they got big engines, they got big futures, and if they were to get the result like they almost did, they were close to getting that result. That trust that Webby showed in these boys was exceptional. Talk about next man up mentality. What about these young boys? And I say that with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
They're kids.
They're kids, and they're doing a fine job. Let's have a look at some of the talking points now. Stuck straight into it, boys. I love this part of the show. OK, now, next man up. Let's start with Sam Healy. Aish, second game, filling in the shoes of Big Wade Egan, and he is just doing a job whenever he gets asked to.
He is, mate, and his running game is so electric. I mean, one person down, he takes off and just seems to break tackles. I mean, he looked, I said to Monty early, he looked a bit distraught early on. He looked a bit fatigued, and then found his second win, played for 60-odd minutes. But my question to you two, do we find a position for him in the 17? I know we found one for Tane, Joe Picky, because he's been playing exceptional. He hasn't looked bad in a jersey. Healy.
Yeah, it's a tough one, because if you're asking us to do that, then we're looking at someone like Tamati Martin having a step out. There's no way you can carry both on, right? So it is a beautiful problem to have for Webby, right? And coming into the back end of the season, he's going to need, I guess, as many options possible. But at the moment, I'm still going to go with our man Tamati. Every time he gets the nod, he does such a great job. Next guy I want to touch on, a fan favourite of ours, our boy, Dallin, Watini-Zelezniak. Now, Dell's been, there's no secret, Dell's been in the headlines a little bit lately, but I just love seeing him bounce back in the weekend where he just answered question after question against an edge that clearly went at our right edge, right? It was their strike and their go-to edge. And I thought Dell, although he'll never say he's perfect, he just kept coming up with solutions.
Yeah, and it's hard when you're just facing the noise, and there'll be noise within his own head to make sure he performs and he comes out there and does a great job. But I think Adam Pompey inside him, being that trustworthy guy with great communications, really helped him. Some of the stuff Dale did when he came back, and he just got that mid-out to stop that, what was a certain try under pressure, and scoring to himself on that right, on that swing, that flying mullet go, just shows you that he's coming back to some of his best form.
A man that would be very happy about seeing Dale come up with those reads is Jacko Ford, who is putting in a shift in the middle third at the moment, boys. Now, Jacko is making up for the workload loss of the likes of Fish and Mitch Barnett, and he is our leader at the moment. Another game where he's just going after the contest.
And I know we look at the stats and we like to hang on the stats a lot, but for me, it's the little efforts that we would see. It's the work from Marker where he's coming out and tackling the first person, the second, and even trying to get involved in that third tackle. And for me, it's that little gritty work that Jacko does that I admire so much.
But he's also a try scorer. Let's not forget that. He's doing a lot more than you got in terms of bargain for.
Next point I want to touch on, boys, is taking the 2. Now, I'm not too sure if any of you at home even realised, or wherever you're watching this show, even realised that we turned down the 2 off the back of this penalty, and just on Jakey Laban too. Obviously, one of our young guns gone. Felice Kafusi gets deemed for a hip drop tackle here, and poor old Jakey suffers a broken leg. So our thoughts are with him. But off the back of this, we decided to play on, and we didn't take the 2. Now we're up 2 points at the time. I want your boys' take. Let's try to take hindsight out of the picture. What was your gut thought at the time, Mons? I'll start with you.
Well, when it was up there straight away, I stomped my foot down in commentary and I said, take the 2. I thought we needed to take the 2. I understand why you didn't take the 2 when you also got Isako there, who's a sharp shooter in terms of, it's a 4 points difference at that stage. If you did kick it short, get a score try, then he can kick that goal as well. But I was all for the 2, man.
Yeah, I was happy with the no call, to be honest. I know they played down. We had a chance to score. We were up to 7 minutes to go. And I was even happy with how we finished our sets. In the corner, not risking a 7 tackle opportunity. And we spoke about DNA before. I think our DNA is our defence, putting them in a corner. And I thought they lived and died by their defence. And I thought that's where they wanted to win the game. So I was happy with the no call, to be honest.
We can live with that. We can live with that. Now, there's just one...
Hang on, Shorty.
Oh, damn. I wanted to move on. I wanted to get out of that, but yes, go on.
Yeah, what would you have done? You're on the field, 7?
I'm a bit like you, Mons. I would have taken the 2. Now, I take the 2 because we still control possession. We'll get the ball back off the kickoff. And you can still play the clock out like Ace just spoke about. And probably the way we played that last set too, to be fair, I thought it was pretty passive. Now, we're up. We're up in the game, and we've got a man up advantage-wise on the field. Go after it. If our mindset's there and we want to bury teams and not just make up these numbers, we've got to be able to put the foot down and get after these sorts of moments. So that's why, but hey, look, you always back the decision, don't you? You always back it, you back the boys, you know why they did it. So, unleashing RTS.
Oh, yes.
Last talking point. Now, Rog has just done something ridiculous, gone for his 4th straight game running over 250 metres, and this time gets over 300. I think he's 2nd all-time running metres, Mont, for a winger.
Yeah, 335. I think Brian Tuttle stands at 357, which is the most ever. So to do that back to back to back, like 4th consecutive game, and when your team need it most. I mean,
now,
you would have run those numbers.
I was lucky. What is he doing? 2 a set? I was lucky to get 2 a game.
Now, it's scary to talk about Rog in this facet with the way he's playing. I mentioned a few weeks ago, I generally feel like he's Dalian Winger of the Year. But do you think we are utilising him as best as we can? Is he in the best spot for our team to ultimately win us a comp? What's your take?
Yeah. Look, I love the way he gives us that ruck speed, because obviously when you come in against the really strong defences that come up, it's his little late footwork, or even the yards that just create that ruck speed. You can play it behind the likes of Wade, the likes of Sam Healy. I know what you're saying, and that's from the position of the fullback type scenario of being able to float and roam a little bit more. We're seeing him do that, probably not down the right end of the field where he could be a bit more of a taskmaster for us. But look, I just love the fine form he's in. He's got that confidence.
He's just such a team-first guy. He's just going to go wherever he wants. All right, time for our personal play-on moment this week. Ivana Lauatiti.
Oh, yes.
Oh, round of applause for Ivana. Like, as far as debuts go, I don't care what sport, I don't care women, men's. This is as good as I've seen in these sorts of conditions. Family ties there. What was it like for you watching Ivana go around?
So proud. Obviously I knew her dad very well, and we come through the grades with her father, and he was 19 years of age when he scored his first try and debut for the Warriors as well, and it was at North Sydney against North. But what a game. Like, this girl is someone that's on a development contract. She's not even full-time. They weren't even sure that she was going to play. And to come off the bench and change the momentum of the game, and to have the rest go behind her, Blake, I mean, she was exceptional for me.
Yeah, she was exceptional, and seeing Dad have a little smile after one of those hits, you know. Well, what was his debut like? Like, he
scored a try and debut too. He was 19 years of age against North Sydney. They didn't win that day, but Ali was the first of our era coming through and debuting, so we're all behind him that whole time as well.
Let's stay and get behind the girls this weekend. They play Saturday before the men, so make sure you tune into Sky and get that game. But stick around, because it's time for a break. But after the break, we'll be touching on other games from around the league. See you shortly.
Shakes off, he's in a rampaging mood, he's got Mariner. Mariner could have a hat-trick. No, it's back inside the Stags. It's the razzle, it's the dazzle, it's the Brisbane Broncos at their best.
Yes, that is the Dad's Pie trial around Katoni Stags. And boys, what a try it was. Now, he is starting to hit his form. Can we bring up the results, please? Now, let's have a look at a few of these. And obviously, the two teams that are sniffing on our heels, we've got the Broncos there thumping the Rabbitohs and the Panthers getting up over the Titans. So those are the two games we're going to quickly touch on. Let's get straight into it. The Broncos, boys, they ran riot. Now, Bunnies are struggling, but the Broncos still have to go out there and do a job, and they did exactly that, Ash.
Yeah, that spine's starting to move, and they're looking dangerous, but the next couple, or the run home, they play the Storm twice, so that's going to tell us where they're at.
Yeah.
It's going to tell us exactly where they're at. But, you know, you look at that, Ezra Mam, Reece Walsh at the back was electric again, and Katoni Stags, you can't be that big and move like that.
I get nervous about these blokes, Mons.
Yeah.
Have for a little bit now. When I start to see them do the things they're doing in the weekend, geez, I think about their ceiling and where they could possibly end up, and that is quite scary.
But that's Broncos at their very best. Yes, they're attacking geniuses, they're wizards at time, but what they won't do quite often is get into the grind. You know, if you take them in the deep waters, sometimes they don't want to respond. They want to win the easy way. And why wouldn't you when you've got absolute beasts like that playing?
Yeah. Just on these pictures here, Walsh, Mam and Stags, they combined for 5 tries, boys.
Wow.
Like, that just shows you where they're at and the mood that they were in. Now, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see him face, like we said, the Storm. And then maybe we can revisit this conversation, all right? Maybe we can revisit this conversation. Yeah, should we just do that? Because I get a little bit nervous, but let's continue that one. Next up, Panthers-Titans. Now, Panthers, goddamn, they were looking like they'd just won 4 comps in a row that first half, and got out to 24-0 lead. it wasn't until half-time, probably came at the best time for the Titans. They go on to score 24 points in 25 minutes and make a game of it. Some of the tries, young Kiwis, Casey McLean had a game, obviously Nathan Cleary and everything. But for the Titans, this bloke here, inspirational. What do we like about Jaden Campbell?
Oh, just everything about him, express pace. You know, his dad, Preston, was an absolute freak, and it just, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But across the board, we saw it against the Warriors. It's the out-and-out pace that is the real difference, and it's hard to stop and defend.
Yeah, it is. And look, if no one watched this game, it was 0-0 for about 30 minutes in that first half. And the Panthers scored 24 quick tries back to back to back.
Yeah.
The Titans did the same in that second half. And like you said, when Jaden Campbell just gets the ball and just plays whatever he wants, he just creates with a sidestep, quick up and down, play the ball, they're off again. And that's the Titans at their best.
Talking point from the game, unfortunately, did you see the trainer antics? Do you guys see the trainer antics? Absurd, absurd. Have a look at this. This is some random bloke here wants to run in front of the kickers. Look at him. Like, he's up to no good. I'm sorry. Now, Nathan Cleary, he comes out after this and he closes and ices the game. Now, 2-point field goal off a beautiful ball from Mitch Kenny, but it's not the first time we have seen this from him. He is the master at it. This bloke finds a way to deliver for his team again, Mons.
So how hard is that to do, Shawnee? You tell me.
Yeah, it's the moments as a halfback you live for. These are the moments you want to be referred to. Being the playmaker is the guy that your team turns to when the game is on the line and you need something. So to see Nath, I guess, stand up in that moment, such a crucial moment, especially off the back of the Titans turning down 2 points. To slot that when he did, really special moment, special moment.
Also, being an ex-dummy half yourself, you must be... That's a 20-minute... That's a
20-minute cut-out.
Bad ball, Betham. Bad ball, Betham. Stacey got it.
All right, that's all we've got time for. But a quick break. On the other side, we're going to preview the Wars versus the Dogs. See you shortly. Yes, welcome back into the Ford League Lounge. Time for preview. Love this part. Bring up the team list, please. What do we got here, boys? What do we got? Lads, I'll leave this one up to you. What do you like? What do you don't like? What's changed?
Look, well, for me, I'm going around this weekend, and I think it's a big game for Leka Halasima. In the sense that he's going to have to attack Matty Burton this week. We know that's their strike edge. We'll probably get to it, but Leka needs to get up and get in Burton's face to make him play early, and I think it's a big job for him.
Mons?
For me, it's Aaron Clark, how important he is. He ran for 200 metres in the weekend. He took the fish-type carries. He really does have the right maturity in his shoulders to choose between a nice, direct, hard-and-out carry or use that ball a bit more. I think he's going to be key this weekend. Yeah,
now, I noticed straight away Chanel comes back in a 5'8", which means our mate Tamati Martin goes back to the 14. I don't know how Tamati's feeling about that. He's going to have to roll those shoulders up again. But awesome to see our boy back in Chanel Harris-Tavita. And obviously, Kurt Capewell is our skipper. Let's get straight into it, Preview time and what we can expect to see this week from the Bulldogs. Now, this is two teams that are looking to get back into winning ways. And if we look at the Dogs and, I guess, their 20-25 try-scoring breakdown, we've got the left edge, they go 45% of their tries, right edge 38 and 17% through the middle. Now, it is their left edge I do want to talk about because, in my mind, when you've got the likes of Burton and Kikau, and that consistency that they've been able to string so many games together, it's a scary prospect for us. Now, can we bring up these pictures? Let's have a look at this first one. Both of these pictures come from this one game against the Canberra Raiders earlier in the year team, OK? And as we highlight Burton and Kikau, this is a shape we can expect to see time and time again that they will run against us. It's designed to get Burton on our three-man or our halfback to instantly create an overlap. Now, with Kikau outside you and the strike that he poses, you've got a weapon that will run a hard line for you, but you've also got a weapon that has the skills and can be a second layer, which is pretty unique to have. This picture here is not the same as what we've just seen, OK? This is a different alternative off the back of it, and if you're not prepared to sink the shoulder in and get up and compress, not let them dictate to you, this is what you can get. A big back rower in Kikau, doesn't matter if it's third, fourth or fifth, he will show and go and take you on. Don't be surprised if we see this picture this weekend. And if we're at edge defending that, we've got to be prepared to get up. It could be wet, could be muddy, could be slippery. We do not want to be giving them time. Aish, I'm going to come to you because I don't want to talk about tackling Kikau. How would you best handle this one?
Oh, mate, I'd close my eyes and throw 100 kilos into him. Well, obviously, it's going to be wet. It's out in Pompey this week. I think out there, he's going to need that communication. So out the back, I think he's a big enough body. He communicates well. Defensively, he's strong with Adam Pompey.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think he'll do a great job out there. And he does slide. But that goes back to my point about Liquor. It's that whole edge. It's not just that one person that's going to have to make it. If they're all working together, I think they're going to solve it. And,
I think it's the hunt and the surge from the inside, just to free up the edge so he doesn't have to go past the post, which just gives him a bit more time to make the right decision.
Now, it's a fascinating matchup this week because we've got two teams that play a real similar style of footy. Both Webby and Serrato are from that Penrith mould, okay? And you can see in the styles and the way they play, and it's why we've been competitive against them the last handful of games, where they value the same parts of the game. So you can expect a high-quality game, I reckon. In the wet, both teams are going to value possession and completing the ball and finishing with the footy in the right parts of the field. Our outside backs, Roger, if we look at our back five compared to their back five, that's where I generally feel like we've got the advantage. And it could be a massive day for them this weekend, Mons, if it's wet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Roger and also Tane, what Tane's been able to do defensively and offensively, I think that's the key one. I think him in and around, but also having Sam Healy there, I think he opens it up around that ruck area. But for me, it's the speed and the outside backs and the footwork of those two, breaking ankles and just creating off that.
Aish, sorry to throw you. I love getting a score prediction, mate, just before we move on to the Ford fan question. Give me something.
Give you a score prediction.
Let's aura farm a little bit here. Maybe we clip this bad boy following the game, eh? Come on now.
Always throws me on the spot.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
all right, we're going to go the Warriors. The Warriors going to win.
Here we go.
The Warriors are going to win this game. I think it's going to be a 20-18 victory. Yeah, a close one, a real close one.
Yeah.
Burton will go for a 2-point field goal, but it's wet and it's going to fall short. The Warriors are going to hold on for another historic win.
You've just gone Oracle score and flipped it, right? There you go. Yeah.
Made me sound smart.
Hey, time for the Ford fan question. Let's get into it. A part of the show where we get to be a little bit opinionated, boys. Come on. Are the NRL too scared to award penalty tries these days? Now, I like to think... Yeah, I heard that, crowd. Yeah, thank you for that. Now, this is obviously off the back of this. Brian To'o hits Sami across the chops, and Sami's foot goes out, so it's a no try. But I guess what makes this worse is that it's not deemed a professional foul, so it's not a penalty try, nor was it actually a sin bin for Brian To'o. So, honest take on it, give it to us straight, Mons. Come on, old time. Let's go, old school.
Casey Badger should have the week off for that, because even when she was talking through that moment, she mentioned that there was a high shot, but had nothing to do with him not being able to ground that ball or the foot going out.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
It's a hard
wrong.
one, eh? Because my take is that if you're not going to give it a penalty try, then he's at least got to go for 10.
Yeah.
And he's not going to go for 10, you're going to keep him on the field, well, then it's a penalty try. You know what I mean?
But it's a penalty try,
It's a penalty try right now.
But that's what confuses everyone, because now we don't know what the ruling is.
Yeah.
Like, they spoke to it, you know, over the loudspeaker.
They've come out and apologised since.
Yeah. And we did know what the ruling was once upon a time. Have a look at some of these. Have a look at some of these from the archive. Hey? No two-way about it. 99 GF. That is deemed a penalty try.
That's a penalty
and so
try.
it should be. Did they get that one right, Mons?
Yes.
Okay.
100% right.
Okay, this one here, I think, is a penalty try.
No.
What?
But I've got my maroon glasses on.
Okay, what about this one then? If you don't say no to that one, this one can't be.
All day.
That's a penalty try all day.
All day. Lance O'Hire, great young man.
Jeez, luckily we're not luckily we're not in the hot seat, eh? Can we please give it up for my guest? Thank you so much, boys, for joining us. The crowd, unreal again. Thank you very much. Our sponsors, Ford, Personal, and Dad's Pies. Without you, this is not possible. Enjoy your footy this weekend, guys. Same time, same place. See you then. Bye now.